There's something that's been on my mind for quite a long time. It's just my spiritual beliefs. And for anyone who feels like, oh, you don't need to do this, I don't care. That's how you feel. I want to say it because for some reason in my head, I feel like I'm hiding. I don't do certain things or listen to certain music or post certain things because, I don't know, in my head, I feel like it's offensive to other people, which it shouldn't fucking matter. But that's also because I am the only person that believes in the spiritual sense of God. I am not religious. I respect everyone who is and respect everyone's choice, but that doesn't go the other way around. I speak from firsthand experience. Unfortunately, a lot of people love the I'm right and you're wrong, which according to what I've been reading, spirituality really embraces respecting and understanding that when it comes to God, it doesn't matter who you believe in, because we're all going to the same place, just taking different paths to get there, right? And that makes sense to me. Don't mind that. I'm collecting sticks. Anyway, because it's a mental breakdown that I'm having and I'm reading more to understand myself and to have my own connection when it comes to God and the universe and all that other fancy shit, because of everyone else that I see, that I follow, who also, you know, is on like a spiritual path type of thing, I don't know how to explain it. I need to explain that I am not like everyone else around me. And I feel very outcasted. Not that anyone has treated me in any way. However, it's hard when you believe in something or you follow something or practice something and you can't really talk about it or say it around certain people, mostly family, you know, because like I said, I'm the only one that I know of in my entire family that walks a spiritual path. And what hurt was a saying that you think people don't take you seriously because you don't take yourself seriously. That hurt. Who did that hurt? That one hit me right in the chest, and I was like, oh. And I do. I deeply feel like, not just in like God or a spiritual sense, just in general, I feel like people don't take me seriously. I don't know if it's a height thing, or I don't know if it's a knowledge thing, whatever the case may be. I don't say much and I don't talk about much and I keep to myself a lot because people love to feel right and people love to be correct kind of mentality that keeps me from just saying certain things. That's the thing, it's not like I have to deal with it on a daily basis either. It's not like something that has to be said, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like I'm hiding anymore. So, the purpose of this is me coming out and saying, I'm a pagan, I believe in God, but not in the way you believe in God. I pray, but my prayers are different. To me, God has no image. And that seems to be a big thing. You know, I respect people that follow deities and, you know, that has an image and they say this is what their deities or what their God looks like. That's fine if that's what you need. But as a human, we need something to keep our focus. And having an image helps us, I guess connect with God or whatever. But for me, God doesn't have an image, doesn't have a form. Oh my God, that's a big fucking bird. Holy shit. That's a big bitch. That's exciting. Hopefully I can get close enough and get it on camera. Yeah, that's how you feel? Yeah, so to me, God has no image, and it's hard for people to grasp that concept. And I'm not a person who's out here trying to make other people believe that what I'm doing is correct, and that also seems to be a problem, whether you're spiritual or if you're religious, whatever the fuck the case may be. If you're someone who's out here trying to correct people, you're wrong. You're wrong for that. Like, I also believe that religion is supposed to be spiritual as well. You're supposed to have this spiritual connection ever. There it is. Anyway, it got really hot. They're over there, and then the woodpecker is like over there. I've seen videos where people get disowned for coming out and saying what they believe. Like, their family, they literally have to leave and make their own family because their family couldn't stand them anymore. Their family couldn't stand, their beliefs or how they practice it, and that's fucked up. And for a while, I was afraid of that. I really was. But I'm at a point where I don't care anymore. I know anyone who actively follows me, I may sprinkle some pagan saying or something here or there, or some kind of earthly quote or something, whatever. But I'm not extremely active the way everyone else is. You know what I mean? I'm not constantly, I'm spiritual in your face, I'm spiritual in your face. Oh, look at what I do, look at what I do, look at how I study. I'm not like that. I'll take it. If I can get it in my book bag. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, yeah. It's coming with me. My beliefs are very connected with nature. I believe God is a part of nature. I believe spirits. I believe, animals have their own spirit and everything has its own energy. I believe in all that. I believe we can all be in tune with each other if we actually tried. I'm a big believer in meditation. I'm just tired of not posting, because there's a lot of things that I see and I want to share, but I don't, because again, that weird fear that a lot of people are going to stop talking to me or whatever. And you know what, I don't care anymore. I really don't. I'm tired of making myself feel like I'm hiding when I shouldn't be. People are out here, praising the Lord and all this other stuff. And even though I don't believe in one specific God, it still makes people uncomfortable when someone who is a spiritual belief like me, a spiritual person like me, says something and they're uncomfortable with it because it makes them question their faith. And it's like, why? To me, having faith in something, is believing in something you can't prove exists. I don't know if that's a controversial topic or not. I don't know if others feel the same. But to me, saying that I have faith in something is saying that I believe in a power that cannot be proven real. It can't be proven in a physical sense. Even if you experience it, you can't prove shit. That's including me. You know, you cannot prove the existence of a being that the human mind can't even grasp the concept of not having an image of. You know, so how can we even, as a human being, even understand the concept of God in general? And you might be like, oh, well, that's because you're confused, you're lost. No, I've never been more sure of my belief now than in my whole life. I've read a few things, and that's another thing when it comes to, I guess, the spiritual path or whatever. People who want to be enlightened, use that word lightly because it seems to be a trend now, they read things that are outside of their belief. Spiritual path, you read things that you would never normally read when you're stuck in one specific belief. I'm trying to get comfortable with admitting that I might be dyslexic because reading can be very hard for me. Pronunciation and spelling is also extremely hard for me. Anyway, books that I'm still reading, because like I said, it's hard for me to read no matter how interested I am in the book. Alchemy, which is extremely fascinating. A book called The Laws of the Sun. It's a Buddhism book, also extremely fascinating. I have a book, a giant book about crystals, which I don't really care for, but it's interesting to know the actual like properties of like a crystal and how it's made, and like certain things that people believe that it holds. Like I said, everything has an energy, right? So that's pretty interesting as well. It is a huge thing that I think I said in another video, but I'm not sure, is a thing called shadow work, which I wholeheartedly believe that every human being on the planet should be doing. And it's basically reflecting on yourself. And no matter how accepting you are of yourself and how much you have gone through and have worked through, we're human beings. In another 5 years, we might find ourselves in a situation we never thought we'd be in and have to work on that. You know, shadow work is basically ripping yourself apart to find the truth about yourself and trying to do better. Because there are people out here that they understand that they're a certain type of way, but they don't actually do shit to change it, and are sitting down and believing that, oh, this is the way I am, you just have to fucking deal with me. Bitch, no the fuck I don't. No the fuck I don't. You have to deal with your goddamn self, and you need to work on your fucking self. Like, no one has to put up with anyone's shit, mental illness included. Like, that may be an asshole thing to say, but I'm so sick of people using a lot of their mental illness as an excuse for treating people the way they do, or acting the way they do, and thinking it's okay because this is just how I am, so just deal with it. I need to find more sticks, so excuse the rustling noise. And another thing is, a lot of the things that I'm reading now, this may be because of how I used to be. The zodiac is a big thing. Astrology is like a massive thing in the spiritual belief, and I'm kind of over it. Like, I hate the fact that people use zodiac signs to act like they know that person. You don't fucking know me. And I take it with a grain of salt, because yeah, there are things and properties that are pretty, I guess, accurate when it comes to whatever sign that you are. But then the other half is just like, all the other signs are the exact same way. So to me, like I said, I take it with a grain of salt. I take everything with a grain of salt. Like, I try to understand where they come from and, why they believe in it and all this other stuff. But I'm also very rooted in reality. Like, it needs to make sense, which should be common sense when it comes to believing in whatever you do believe in. Like, some people, they're just told, follow this, and that's it, without any actual experience in their belief. Like, I'm so tired of people saying that they're Catholic or Christian and you're supposed to love thy neighbor, but these people are out here being racist. These people are out here being judgmental. These people are out here hating other people. And it's like, that's not supposed to be a part of that belief. Because it's not your fucking place to judge or to tell people how to live their life. This path is yours and yours alone to God, and that's all you need. I'm just tired of acting like I don't believe in what I believe in. I don't believe in the spiritual connection that everything holds. I don't believe in the, like, I do. And that's why I come out here. To me, I feel God, the higher self, the higher power, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I feel it when I'm out here. Like, when I'm out here and I see the animals and the plants and I see the mushrooms in the ground and, I put my hand on a tree and I can feel my heartbeat through my arm into my palm and going into the tree. That sounds insane, but you know what? I don't care. It's what I feel, and it's my experience, not yours. So, due to like all the stuff that I've read and that I continue to read, I also understand that it can all be just delusion in the head. Like, I'm about to get into a real touchy topic right here. Warning. The occult people and people who study witchcraft and practice witchcraft and stuff. Like, I also understand that it could be the mind doing something to itself to make you believe that it works. And when it works, like, you just put yourself in that mindset, because a lot of people say, oh, if prayer doesn't work, then it's not meant for you. And it's the same thing. If, you do a working, it's not meant for you. But it's like, what if it's the brain telling you, we're going to do this, we're going to meditate over this, or we're going to do this, and you having it helping you understand that if it doesn't work or things don't happen for you, it's okay. Just accept it and move on. Like, I understand that. What if it is? Like, we have no idea. People who thoroughly believe in what they believe in and practice what they practice, they wholeheartedly believe that it works. And maybe it does, but maybe it's also something in the mind and so what if it is? Like, the people who are trying to constantly correct people to tell them they're wrong, why? Like, why the fuck do you care about what someone else is doing in their life? Think about that real quick. Why do you feel the need to judge and tell someone they're wrong for what they're doing if it has jack shit to do with you? Like, there's something that I've also come to understand, and I'm accepted for those religious people who do know me. What I'm studying and what I'm practicing and the path that I am taking for my spiritual connection with God and the universe and the higher power, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, it makes me happy and it makes sense to me, and it makes me feel better about dealing with life. It helps me through life, and it helps me put up with the bullshit we call life. And however, at the end, if I'm wrong, and I go to hell for that, that's not your business. It's mine. It has nothing to do with you. It's all me. It's my responsibility. And to be honest, your so-called holy God, regardless of how you think this God should think, we shouldn't know at all. But to me, it doesn't make sense for something to be so divine and so undeniably, wise and all this other shit, shouldn't get mad at its creation trying to find its own path to it. Like, why would you punish me for not following this specific thing when I was trying to find my own comfortable way to you? That does not calculate in my mind. And I understand, oh, well, you don't know, that's not God. Well, you don't know either. You don't know that either. So it's like, again, like I'm saying, I don't believe it. But however, if it happens, it happens. I'm still going to follow my heart and what feels right to me, regardless of what anyone says. Especially based off of my experience, So that's just my kind of coming out, or whatever, if that's what you want to call it. If you're not comfortable with it, or if it makes you upset and you don't feel you can be around me, or if it pisses you off for whatever reason, I don't know what to tell you. Don't talk to me anymore. You don't need to be a part of my life if what I believe and what I practice disturbs you that fucking much that you feel like you can't even be associated with me. Then I wish nothing but the best for you and your life. And hopefully I can start incorporating more of my belief into my everyday. Just because I pray differently from you doesn't mean jack shit. So have a wonderful life, and in the words of someone that I follow, may your gods treat you the way you treat others.